Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another tier list. I know, it's another tier list. This is the last one, or maybe the second to last one. Maybe I'll do a Green Day tier list, who knows. But Muse is my favorite band of all time. I basically love every single song they put out ever, so it's very hard to put them in a rank. At least the albums, that is. But I do have opinions about the albums, and I do have opinions about each album being better or worse than the previous one. So let's just start off with the first one, Showbiz. Showbiz is the first studio album from 1999. Well, a lot of people love it, but I don't really care for it that much. I find it to be annoying at times. Matt Bellamy's vocals are very yelled and very unprofessional at times, so it's not bad, but it's not that great. Then the iconic Origin of Symmetry, loved by basically every Muse fan. Every Muse fan has this at the top of their lists. Not me. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, I know, but I don't think this is their best album. Don't get me wrong, I do think it's a great album, it's a very good album, but I don't think it's their best work. So that's why I'm gonna put it at very good. Absolution from 2003. I really love this record. It's the longest record of the bunch. It's the heaviest record of the bunch. It has some mellower songs along the way, like Blackout and Falling Away With You, but then also very explosive and very in-your-face songs like Hysteria, Stockholm Syndrome, The Small Print and Thoughts of a Dying Atheist. So I think this one will be the first God tier album. Then on to Black Holes and Revelations, that came out in 2006. Muse said that they were experimenting to the extreme on this one, and I don't think it shows. It's an amazing album. I listen to it very often and I love basically every song of it. Where should I put it? I mean, it's good, but is it very good? I don't know. You know what? It's Muse. It's very good. Then Resistance. A lot of people think the Resistance is the last of the decent albums that Muse came out with, and after that they basically trailed off a little, and in The Second Law, which is the next album I'm going to cover, they did just a massive U-turn, and a lot of people don't like that album. But the Resistance, it has some cool songs, but it does have some, it does have some spots where it becomes very mellow, very long-winded, and a point where you think like, pick up the pace a little. A song like Guiding Light. I don't like Guiding Light. It's too, well, in Dutch we would say eentonig, which basically means it's very bland. But then you have a 3-part symphony like Exogenesis, which basically puts the album very high on this list. I guess it's very good. Then The Second Law, as I said, hated by many people, but I don't hate it. I think it has some decent songs. The only songs I dislike are Isolated System, Save Me, Explorers, and that's basically it. The rest of the songs I can listen to with joy. A song like Panic Station was my favorite song for a long time, until Simulation Theory came out. Also from Resistance, I really like Undisclosed Desires. It's one of my faves, so that's also a reason why it's on the very good. But The Second Law, whoa, that was a voice crack. But The Second Law, I guess, is good. Then Drones. A lot of people hated it because it was, I don't know, it was the story. I really like the story of militarization and sung from the point of view of someone that is in the military and has to kill everyone, including his own family. It's very moving. I think Matt Bellamy succeeds in delivering a very impressive story, and I don't know why people hate this album, really. I think it's a very good album. Then on to the latest installment, 2018's Simulation Theory, which is kind of a way back to experimenting a bit, like they did on The Second Law and Black Holes and Revelations. I have to say, I did have doubts when I first discovered some singles of this new album, like Dig Down and Thought Contagion. But now that it's out for like 2 years plus, it has grown on me a lot. The only song I dislike is The Void, I think. And not because the song is bad, but because the singing from Bellamy, it's sung like his lips are on the microphone. It's very, I don't know, it's a very warm feeling. He uses a lot of saliva, and I really don't like that. And the echo on his voice doesn't make that better at all. I really dislike that song because of his voice. I don't dislike the song because of the instrumentals, because I actually think the instrumentals are very good. And I also got the deluxe version, so I had a couple more songs which make the album even better than it already is. I want to put it on God tier, but just because I hate Void so much, I got another idea. It's very good, but Drones is a God tier album. Now, don't be hating on me, don't hate on me. I do think Drones is a good album. Think about that. Think about the story of Drones. Think about the militarization. That's a very hard word for me to say because I'm Dutch. And just listen to it a couple more times to hear every single little detail in the music that Matthew and, of course, Dominic and Chris put into that. Like in every Muse album and every song, once you listen to it multiple times, you can hear different things every time. Just last week I was listening to Survival, and all of a sudden I hear some singing from Matt in the background, and it's very high pitched and it's very impressive. And I never heard that once it came out in 2012, so there you go. It took me 9 years of listening to hear that. But this is my tier list. You can agree or you can disagree. I think most of you will disagree because I have some of the best albums that people put in their best category in a category lower, but you know, it's opinion based, so this is my opinion and this is what I think of the albums. Showbiz, not that great. Second Law, good. Origin of Symmetry, Black Holes and Revelations, The Resistance and Simulation Theory, all very good. And the god tier albums are Absolution and Drones. We're gonna see what other people think of this. There's one, he has the Drones album on the best category. That's my man, Mr. RDS461. I love you, my man. Here's an example, someone that doesn't like drones. I hate you. This one hates The Second Law. Well, why? The Second Law had some good songs. I'm not going to make any more fuss about this. Let's just call it a day. Let's just go back to my tier list. This is what I got. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please share, like, subscribe. And then I'll see you all in the next video, which will be soon. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to upload next, so you'll have to see. Bye-bye.